Hello everyone and welcome back to SliverStar Arcade and more, the great Ace Attorney. I've been staring at my computer for a while. You can see from the timestamps on these how long it's been. Just kind of been trying to psych myself up for recording this. In the last episode, what happened? We did a lot of talking, and we are assuming that Miss Pavlova killed our friend Kazuma. Yes. Yes, that's what we're assuming. Yeah. Alright. Now you must hear it with your eyes, for the observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? Hey, the awful accent's back. I believe the time has come for one final logic and reason spectacular to expose the truth. Oh, okay. I'm glad I stopped the last episode then, because like this is going to be a whole episode by itself. Look at me calling it right. No, the audio. My God. And we're back. All right. So, Mr. Naruto, your assistance, if you please. Wait, gotta adjust my mic. With what exactly, Mr. Sholmes? With observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said, of these two provocators? Observation? If you remember, Mr. Naruto, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of that evidence, that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely, you are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. What suggests that someone was there? He has arms like tree trunks, doesn't he? Hairy tree trunks. Yes, he certainly has sailor's arms. He was a born man of the sea. Even if I had been awake, I couldn't have done anything about being dragged out of that wardrobe by this man. Naruto-san? Are you alright? You seem to be lost in thought. Oh, sorry, blame those hairy tree trunks. Oh. Might be the right ear, or the left ear. Yeah, because he's missing an ear. She has such petite ears among that beautiful hair, like little pink shells. Oh, what's that? There's something dangling down from her ear. Have we read this before? Ah, that's an earring. The crescent moon part looks as though it's made from wood. It's charming, isn't it? Women do seem to love adornments like that. In their hair, around their necks, on their fingers, and even hanging from their ears, it seems. Well, jewelry is beautiful, Naruto-san. Hey, camera, can we... She has such petite ears among that beautiful hair, like little pink shells. Oh, what's that? Wait, what the? Okay, yeah, no, that's showing up on both the video and my TV. Is that like next to the ear, there's like a stitch line. I think that's a graphics error. Like on your guys' screen, let me look. Yeah. On your guys' screen, it's not visible, but on mine, like, I thought my TV was scratched. Huh. Ain't that something? There's something attached to her ear. I expect that's what's called an earring. It's a little piece of jewelry. An earring, isn't it? it really is tiny. Perhaps part of it's missing, maybe it broke off. So now all that's left is the clasp part that attaches it to the ear. If that's the case, she doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken. Oh yeah, so it's probably this.
Yes!
Yes! I noticed the dainty jewelry you're wearing on your ears, Miss Pavlova. Were we to find a piece of those earrings in Mr. Asogi's cabin, it would prove beyond doubt that you were there. Although, we haven't actually found anything yet, so... What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruto? Just follow the natural progression of deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts. Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt? Yes, a lot. Oh! How exactly are we supposed to show that someone else was there when Kazuma died? I can think of two possible ways. Either we find a trace of something that the person in question left behind at the scene, or, if that's not possible, a trace of something that the person took away from the scene, be that accidentally or deliberately. Oh, this is like that one case. Where was it? Like, don't think about why someone took it. Think about why they had to take it. Oh yeah, that was in the most pivotal case of the first game. If I haven't played that in my mind a million times, I'd probably be getting goosebumps. A trace of something someone took away. If you observe closely enough, I believe you will find examples of both. Give them a long, hard, and uncompromising stare from all sides. That's my advice. Woo! Sailor's hat. Have you noticed something significant about Seaman Strongnev's hat? Oh, no, sadly not. I was just thinking that if only we had found it in Kazuma's cabin, it would all be so easy. That's true. A hat dropped at the scene would have been very conclusive evidence. Ah, that's a point. I'm sure I saw your university uniform hat at the scene somewhere. That is not a point, at least not one I'd like you to make. Why this angle? Oh, look at this. It's some kind of stain in an unusual place. Yes, you're right. It looks like ink if I'm not mistaken. Huh, ink. And look at the color too. It's clear where this came from. He said if we looked hard enough, we'd find instances of both. But yeah, it's this. Present.
Yes!
Oh, that's a nice visual. Something tells me I should turn my TV off and just play this game looking at my computer screen because of the desync. Like, it would help with the audio, but... Seaman Strongnov. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain. What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. I'm loving Herlock Sholmes. It's a very large purple stain on the back of the Seaman Strongnev's uniform. And I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruto, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Oh no, is there a desync in audio? Alright then, the evidence that proves what the stain on the back of Seaman Strongnev's uniform really is. It is... Um... I guess... this?
Yes!
Oh wow, really? That was it? I was hoping there was a picture of the desk. Yes, it's this photograph, and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink. A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ah! Ah, the penny drops. At last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means... you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Burrier do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Oh wait, I forgot to do the accent. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor? Yes, that is right. So after the incident, when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers? Only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. Well, why would Cosmo have the door open at 1 in the morning? Like, even I have my door, well actually I leave my door open at 1 in the morning, but I'm not on a ship. She said she was worried when she heard the sound of something falling on floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked. So she opened to look and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? When you went to Mr. Asoki's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened door of student cabins and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? I'm going to assume that's da. Oh? Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. Honestly, I could believe it. I understand, and I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Cosmo's death at last? Nah, we only got 15 minutes in the episode. Ah, something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck, therefore the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if these are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to be somewhat unnatural. What do you mean, unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruto? If Cosmo tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? But the photo, like the writing. Yes! Didn't we already do this exact thing? This word in Russian clearly wasn't written by Kazuma. So if you're looking for something unnatural, that's the obvious point. Very true. It is certainly peculiar, but that's not what I meant by unnatural, I'm afraid. That particular crash detail was ostracized by the culprit. I mean to identify another point. Oh, I see. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. In my opinion, if you landed as a victim appears to have done here, it would be most unnatural. I'm sure you'll reach the same conclusion. How thoughtful you are, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you for your gentle guidance. If Cosmo tripped and fell by some terrible stroke of luck and broke his neck, which part of this photographic print seems unnatural? What? Hold on, let me save. The way he fell. Well, I guess if you broke your neck, you'd usually be on your back, but you can break your... His eyes are closed. Yes! It must be here, surely. Allow me to offer you a piece of advice regarding the pursuit of detection, my dear fellow. When knowing crucial point can be helpful, keep your eyes open. They were open. And it can be equally helpful to use them. Oh. Sorry. I'll try that. I think it's plain what Mr. Sholmes means by unnatural, isn't it? The word written in a foreign language underneath his fingertip, surely. That particular crash detail was ostracized by the culprit. No, I mean to identify another point. Imagine, if you will, losing your footing yourself. So if I lost my footing... When you land as the victim has, what of your hands? Oh, was I right the first time? His hands are closed? You look like the sort of fellow who stumbles with some regularity. This should be an easy task. Ah, I was right the first time. His hand is closed. I need to speak my mind more. Because when you fall, you put your...
Yes!
Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then his fist just doesn't seem quite right. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something. His sword? What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? This is what I found. Oh boy! Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Yes, you're right, a crescent moon. It's very pretty. But what does it tell us? Oh, I almost missed that. It tells us nothing. I'm not so sure that crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruto. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe, find the answer with your own eyes. We gotta go through everything.
Yes!
Boom! Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear, even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding it must have broken, I suppose. What? But looking at your other ear, I notice a crescent moon. Ah! I don't believe it! Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto? Yes. Miss Pavlova? Mr. Sogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Did Strong Enough not know? But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Oh, I don't even know what she said, but yikes. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Daka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. But nothing worked. Daka would not come back. What are you doing at this? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. So he knew the inspector was here. Too bad I forgot what voice I gave him. The young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Daka and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh. Oh, he said that. Oh, oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah! Ah, of course, you're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Yeah, how could he? I mean, unless he read the newspaper. Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please, please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull the bell cut. He's going to tell the captain. Oh, he was going to tell us. No! Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Daka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... Oh, I don't... As he turned around to look at me. I don't like this. I don't like how he... Oh! I pushed him. Oh, on the bedpost. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. That's awful. And that's when you went to fetch help. From Seaman Strognov, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." My voice gave out on that one. So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door? Yes. I went into cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right. That's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway. I closed the wardrobe doors and put the strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Soda-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the young man's body to good place. Used ink that was spilled into right on floor. I wrote so that the person who found would look inside the wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell?
It was by my feet, so I picked it up.
I see.
But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half.
Not even after you picked it up?
Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished job.
By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yeah, because that was the thing. It was like, how could she get back into her cabin if she pulled the alarm? Because, yeah, no, he did it.
Yes.
Accordingly, the SS Beria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. Wow. This... And all because Cosmo wanted to help, and he valued our opinion. When this episode's over, I'm gonna have some things to say. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said you told Cosmo about the fact you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right?
Yes.
But even if you had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Yeah. Why would that have been a problem? Huh.
It was what he said first that made me scared.
What he said first. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. Oh.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard.
I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you for a moment, please, Miss Pavlova?
It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. No, he was going to get us out of the dresser. Also, one second, guys. There we go. I can breathe now. Was he really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know.
What?
Just get back into position. What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Well, I'm not Cosmo, so I can't know for certain, but... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done.
No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back.
Well, Mr. Naruto, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Well, I already know. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze whither the young man's gaze was directed? Oh, listen to this music. First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still, that cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama? Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruto?
Yes, if there's one thing I've learned today, it's that simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out even by a little bit when following the gaze to where it lands. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at?
Take that!
Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord.
Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe.
The wardrobe?
And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly.
Ah! Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words last night?
Asogi, give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Another opinion?
Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Oh, no! Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had.
Miss Pavlova? I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. Jesus.
I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. What have I done?
Oh. And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Beria was finally laid to rest. Oh. 9th January, 7:14 p.m., SS Beria, first class cabin passageway.
What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then?
Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard.
What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her?
Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out.
Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then?
No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life.
I see.
I'm sorry.
Seaman Stroganov.
I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you. About how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police.
That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste, but Well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you?
Duh.
Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the council to arrange your passage back to Japan. Oh yeah, that's right! Hong Kong is owned by the British in this time. So yeah, it would be the British police. Oh wait, no, they're actually going to Britain and they're going to hand her over there. We're going to Hong Kong to send me back. Okay, I get it. Yes. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. I keep forgetting I gotta do a voice for him. I'm trying to do something like from the diaphragm, but it looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it even began then. To think that only days ago, Cosmo and I were laughing together about how we'd tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Oh. Susada-san? I guess you didn't expect us to be here. Naoto-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Osanaga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Oh, she's crying. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Sasoda-san. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away. Just as he has. Listen to his music. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Well, is it really an accident if you push someone with the intent to kill them and then they die? Like if I get into an argument with someone and push them down the stairs and they die, is that an accident? No, I think I'd be charged with murder. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruto-san. It's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Inspector!
My duty was to see Hosogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I can't breathe. I've let everyone down, and I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder.
Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now. At least, huh? Surprised, Mr. Naruto! What's the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracted. Sorry? So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway, after all. He thinks this is funny. Mr. Sholmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences? The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. Heartrending. I hope you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. Yeah, he lost his friend too. I think Dr. Wilson was. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway. Well, I mean, what's she going to do by herself? And you have to get a new job. Or a new assignment. It's like, there's no reason you two going. The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. Was to be. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Susoda-san. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is 1 lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid.
Oh, but...
But anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
Yes.
So simple. Miss Sasoda? Sasato?
Yes?
Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it?
Ah!
But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruto.
Oh...
Oh, unless... Are you studying law?
No, I'm not, but...
I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there's still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruto?
Yes, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain.
Mr. Naruto, that's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days?
There's only one way to find out.
I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mrs. Soda?
Look at that! I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you. Whoo! So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating?
Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest. Give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how to best make my report. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruto? Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruto? I'd like you to take charge of this. What? Me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that has been in the Sogi clan for generations. Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. Wonder whatever happens to that sword down the line. So then, Mr. Soda. It seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It will be an honor, Mr. Naruto. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study. Yes, that's exactly what I need. Look at these kids. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. 3 times. Yes! Payback! What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious from the start. Vindication and redemption in one sentence. Whew. Other people might take that, throw me to the ground 3 times as lewd, but she is now my favorite character. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me, and no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the inside. No! I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should have never thrown you, not just once, but 5 times. Ha, that number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it. No, I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruto. It is a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling? Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujitsu technique. Apparently it's called the Susoda takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How peculiar. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I'm a somewhat accomplished boxer. The rolling fists are back. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on your technique of your arrest and throw. Yes, I'd be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. Are you ready, Mr. Naruto? Sorry. Hiya! As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Yes. Arrested indeed, and this is what you term the Susoda takedown, is it? Actually, no, that was a Susoda squash.
And just like that, she's back on the bottom.
In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind.
Wow, the timing of this episode played out like perfectly.
Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain, and I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London.
The end. Oh my god, that was such a good chapter.
Crash course candidate. Save progress? Absolutely. The Adventure of the Runaway Room.
We'll start that in the next episode. Oh, and the timing of this episode worked out perfectly. All right, so I have a few seconds to talk about. So Phoenix Wright is a very lighthearted series, but when you look at all the details and all the tragedies that happen and you focus on just them, it becomes super depressing and soul-crushing. But they play it off as, with fun gimmicks, but this really shows it. Anyways, all right, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I got a bit of time, but as always, stay safe, have fun, and have a great day.